Yeah, I would request Sam sir to take the class now. Over to Sam sir. Many of the students are not present. They have engaged in a lot of their works. So Sister Sunita is also busy with some another program, but she will be not starting the video. She has taken the permission. Yeah. Others, those who can start the video, you can start. Over to Sam sir.
Thank you, Benson sir, and also my dear students. I'm so happy that I could meet you again with the wonderful topic which I love, psychotherapies, especially the therapies which I teach. I love, and especially transaction analysis is a theory that helps you to understand yourself and understand everyone. It will definitely be a great help for us in our counseling process. Without wasting time, I'm just entering into the topic. That is a transaction analysis. I'll share my PPT. Transaction analysis is one of the theories which is very simple. Okay, Sumita, already Benson sir mentioned it. Okay. So transaction analysis is a theory and a therapy that is very easy to understand, and that will definitely transform our personal lives, and also it will lead us to become a better professional in counseling and extending therapy to the people. Transaction analysis, was proposed by Eric Berne. And first of all, let me state what is transaction analysis. It is a theory of personality and systematic psychotherapy for personal growth and personal change. So first of all, as I told you, this therapy will give you an insight on who you are and what are the areas you are supposed to change, and that will give you an insight on your structure, personality structure. Then, as a therapy theory, the of personality, it gives a picture of how people are structured psychologically using ego state model. Uh, he has proposed an ego state model, that is parent, adult, and child ego state, that will be learning in detail. That will give us a picture about how personality is being structured. Then it helps to understand how people functionally function internally, that is intra-psychic function. And most of the time we may ask questions to ourselves, why I am behaving like this, why the other persons are like this. And for that, the internal dynamics uh, will be explained in detail in detail. Then, and they express their personality in terms of behavior, how a person's intrapsychic function reflect in interpersonal relationship will be learning. Then offer a theory of child development, that is concept of life scripting. Say our personality is being shaped from childhood onwards, and the early years of childhood will be influenced by our parents and immediate family members. Later, society and interpersonal interactions will develop. And through the initial years of life, human beings will develop a script, a life script that is in the upcoming years, the life will be based on that script. Then it is a theory of psychopathology also. That is how a person's pathology is being, reflected in their intrapsychic and interpersonal realm is also explained in TA. And as a system of psychotherapy, it is used in the treatment of all types of pathological disorders from everyday living to serve psychosis. Actually, this theory will give an insight on pathology within ourselves and also in interpersonal relationships. It provides a method of therapy for individuals, groups, couples, and families. TA is also used in education setting for both teachers and students. Stay in clear communication and avoid unproductive confrontations. This theory can be used in academic realm or an education setting. How to make clear communication between uh, colleagues and between teacher and between students, and also it will help the teachers to avoid unproductive confrontations, and it will be used in management, how an interpersonal relations can be managed, then communication trainings, organization analysis also. This TA is being used. If I go to the key ideas of TA, first of all, ego states, that is PAZ, that will be learning later. Then transactions, stocks, and time structuring. Transactions, other words, how we transact with other persons. Then stocks, how we give and positive affirmations to ourselves and to others. Then time structuring, how we you make use of our time. Then the next is life scripts, how what is our life script, and from childhood onwards early years we may develop a script and our later life will be based on that script, and this theory will help you to understand the life scripts. Then discounting, redefining, and symbiosis. And this will help you to understand discounting, redefining the new stripes, and also it will lead you to symbiosis or leading to interpersonal connections. Then racket filling, stats and games, that will be leading later, and also it is explaining about autonomy, how a person can autonomously function. When we come to the philosophy of TA, first of all, the TA teaches us that people are okay. That is the first assumption. People are okay. All people are okay. And we may have a thought that I am okay, you are okay. Sometimes I am not okay, you are not okay. That okay coral we'll be learning later. See, this theory try to understand that all human beings, that is, people are okay always. And you and I have worth, value, and dignity as people. Everyone. All human beings have their own worth, their own value, and their own dignity as people. And everybody has the capacity to think. All persons have a capacity to think for themselves and also for others. People decide their own destiny, and these destinies can be changed. See, we decide our own destiny. See, actually, most of the events are neutral. We ascribe meaning to that. Since we are ascribing particular meaning to that, that meaning will reflect in our behaviors. And also, these destinies can be changed. Definitely, these destinies can be changed once we change our internal life. And there are four levels of analysis in transaction analysis. First of all, structural analysis of personality. When we try to deal with persons in TA, first of all, first and very easy method to assess people is structural analysis, that is PSC model of personality, analysis of individual personality, automatical or qualitative study. What distinguishes one ego state from another? That will give an understanding about what is happening inside you. Then next is transaction analysis, proper analysis of communication, what people do and say to one another, how the different ego states of one person would transact with the different ego states of another persons. So that also I hope it will be clear once I explain it further. As of now, you just try to understand this is, will analyze the transactions. How? First of all, structural analysis give you an understanding about what is going on inside. But transaction analysis will give you an understanding about how people are transacting each other, how people are communicating each other. Then game analysis. People transact on two different levels, overt and covert games. Analysis involves study of such ulterior transactions. It also involves racket analysis, why people always collect their forward feelings. See, everybody have their own games, and that is mostly in an ulterior manner. And since they are playing games, and they may not they may be playing game and they try to keep the people in their favored position. And most of the time, those who are in that game may not understand why and how these people are doing that particular game. And also, there will be racket feeling. There is always, we have a favorite feeling. Sometimes we may have a good feeling and we'll try to collect that good feelings and favorite feelings. And sometimes we may be in a bad feeling and we try to collect all the informations that is supporting our um, negative feelings. Then script analysis, childhood script, how the script is developed and what kind of script we have. If it is a negative script, and we will encourage them to change it into positive script. And first of all, human personality, that is structural analysis, that is called ego state model. And according to Eric Byrne, again, ego state is a consistent pattern of feeling and experience directly related to a consistent pattern of behavior. Ego state is a consistent pattern of feeling and experience directly related to a consistent pattern of behavior. In technical terms, ego state may be described phenomenologically as a coherent system of feeling and operationally as a set of coherent feelings of behavioral patterns. And these ego states explain and make you understand how you are structured, how you are feeling, and also how you behave. As I told you, there are three ego states. This picture will give you a brief picture about what are our ego states. First of all, parent ego state. Parent ego state. Parent ego state, behaviors, thoughts, and feelings copied from parents or parental figures is called parent ego state. Are we clear? See, since we are, disciplined and taught by our parents or parental figures, we mostly copy the parents or parental figures' behavior, thoughts, and feelings. Most of the time, we follow the value systems, religions, ethos of our parents. Why? Because that is within us. It is not something outside, from within. Inside our personality, this parent ego state is there. Then the next one is, let me tell about child ego state next. Child ego state is behaviors, thoughts, and feelings replayed from childhood. Most of the time, childhood is a carefree, careless, and also adamant, and they will be looking for their own pleasure, their own enjoyment. That all things we can see in child ego state. And adult ego state is behaviors, thoughts, and feelings which are in direct response to the here and now. Here and now. I hope you understood the difference. Parent ego state we are getting directly from parents or parental figures. And child ego state is mostly related to childhood experiences like a child, but adult is what is here and now. And adult usually try to analyze the parent ego state at the same time child ego state And that will teach us how to deal with all these things here and now. For example, the parent ego state says you are supposed to obey everyone. You're supposed to obey everyone. And always for discipline. You are not supposed to say lie. Can you say some of the examples that parent says? You are supposed to be disciplined. You are not supposed to say lie. Then please speak. I cannot hear you. No, you are not audible.
Hello? So you can hear me
Yes.
now?
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Okay. So as parents, they tell not to steal or, to talk politely to others or don't back give, rude answers to elders.
Don't back answer that.
Yeah.
See, in biblical times, the Ten Commandments are from parent ego state.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Ten Commandments, we always don't tell lies, don't steal.
Yes, all the Ten Commandments are from parent ego state. And many times, our pastors, our teachers, and our leaders, parents, all functions from parent ego state. Parent, I'm sorry. Excuse me for that. Yeah, parent ego state. And can you please some examples from child ego state? Something that is childish.
Like, um, we
I
are,
want to play. I want to play. I want to sleep. I want to
yeah.
be careless.
So this child ego state you're telling in adulthood, that happens in adulthood, is what you're saying?
Yes. Now,
Okay.
today it is that.
Mm.
This child ego state is now. It is present in every human being. I have
Of,
parent, child, and adult.
like maybe when we neglect taking responsibility of the things that been done to us as child, but now we don't want to take it up as an adult, like everything was done for you and you don't, that behavior, is that you're saying?
Uh, yeah, it can reflect in present.
Mm.
Sure. Sometimes some of the childhood experiences we missed, and we may try to regain it now.
So
Actually,
like
when
my
I tell me,
like my husband, he I think it was given to him that his plate he will not take it up on his own after eating, so he would leave it on the table. So I
oh,
think I had to train him to get into that, because his mother used to do that for him.
he always likes to and loves to be a child in
Sorry
front
for
of me.
taking that example in front of
It's
my
okay.
husband.
It's okay. So, he try. He's. I think it is better to explain it with another theory. But if I fix it in this theory, this therapy, he tried to be a child, and he tried to take he considering himself a child, and so he's not responsible in in table.
He doesn't mind taking it up because it was done for him. So it was like he just kept it as usual. So now he knows that he has to take it for his daughter also. So he understands that.
Oh. So that character may be copied from parent to the children. And the childish behavior, all the childish things, and irresponsible behaviors of all human beings are coming from child. And I think once I explain it further, we'll understand in detail. And those who can come on video, please come on video. Only Liz is there. Virendra is also not on video. We can have lots of conversations because this is a therapy part. I would like to be a monologue. And next class, I'll giving you practicals for this. So you're supposed to understand this theory very well. Otherwise, you won't get the therapy part. Anyway, so I hope you understood this parent and child ego state. Then when we come to the adult ego state, behaviors, thoughts, feelings, which are direct response to here and now. For example, and as a child, during the childhood days, you may be careless. and you may not be doing anything for yourself. And once you move to uh, hostel, moves to hostel, and cleaning, arranging things, and everything might be done by your parents once you are a child. But in a hostel room, it is a responsibility of that person to arrange everything. So they are supposed to act as an adult. Okay, once in home, you can be a child, but in a hostel, you are supposed to do all these things by themselves. So likewise, what is the present situation? As long as a child till marriage, yesterday night I had a premarital counseling, and at that time that girl was telling, I'm so much worried because I cannot be a child anymore, and I'm taking up the responsibility of wife. See, after as long as you're a child, you can act as a child. And even after marriage, and once you are getting old, also the child ego state will be there. But that has to be, and actually, your ego state has to be dealt properly through adult, not as a child. Here and now, what is here and now, you're supposed to understand. And if I take a little detailed understanding, there are two parent in parent ego state. There are two parts. One is critical parent and the nurturing parent. Critical parent and nurturing parent. And the child, adopted child and free child. Can you understand that? So by I picturized it, it will be very easy for you to understand. Say, parent can be either critical parent or a nurturing parent. Adult will be the same, accurate accounting mode. Then the child can be either adopted child or free child. Say, within that, critical parent also sometimes protector and plus persecutor. Critical parent always try to criticize the child and the child's behavior. They will always try to question. They will always try to, control their children into their own ways, or they will keep a boundary, and the children are supposed to follow that boundary. That is called critical parenting. And on the other hand, nurturing parent. Nurturing parent always try to help the child to grow, and also always something like a soft corner towards the child, nurturing. And that nurturing parent or a critical parent, on the one hand, always negative controlling mode. That is something like always negative, and whatever the child is doing good, they will never acknowledge it. Of course, we are supposed to criticize our children to grow in a positive way. But some of the parents, whatever they does, they will negatively control. But positive controlling means that is for the betterment. They'll be appreciating on the one side, and whenever they make a mistake, they will control. They will discipline. So the purpose is not to. Okay, Virendra Kumar, you can take rest and you can your video. Thank you, and non-video. No problem. And on the nurturing parent, the negative nurturing means too much care. Positive is no, and something like whenever the child is in trouble, whenever child want to get attention, and the nurturing parent will always care for it. Too much nurturing and too much criticizing is will ruin the child. So critical parent, if it is a balanced one, that will encourage the child to be disciplined and be a very good child. Then when we come to the nurturing parent, If the parent nurtures too much, that will lead to lots of dependence. But if it is in a positive manner, the child will get esteem, self-esteem, and confidence in themselves. Then when we come to the adapted child, in a positive sense, the adapted child or adapted or sometimes positive and free. That is, the child will be always positively responding to the parents' demands and all. But in a negative mode, the child will be always become rebellious or vindicative. That means the children will become rebellious children. Once the parents are becoming too much critical, the children may become too critical. And the free child is a person without any control, and sometimes the parents are lenient. Because of the lenient, the child has the freedom to function and also structure their life in their own means. Have you understand this diagram? Critical parent, nurturing parent, adaptive child, and free child. If you have a question, you can ask. This is the base of structural model. Clear?
So if you can like revise once again, it will be quick.
I think I'll read the notes so that you can embed your understanding. Say, parent ego state. Parent ego state is an incorporation of attitudes and behaviors of emotionally significant people who serve as a parent figure to the child. It helps you to make quick decisions. Teaches you how to bring up your children. That is parenting. Shapes your destiny. Conscience is a parent ego state function. The major operating system of human mind is parent ego state, a reference platform providing meaning to new experiences. And that can be two different, I actually told you. Critical parenting, controlling, restrictive, accusing, persecuting. But nurturing is loving, caring, nurturing, and supporting. In parenting, both the controlling and nurturing aspect of parent ego state are important. Whenever there is something negative comes, you are supposed to criticize. But whenever the child needs a support, you're supposed to support. And excessive control causes strain to the child ego state, prevents natural growth and expression of the ego state. Clear? I think it is a bit more clear for you. Yeah. Then, adult ego state. Adult is an independent set of feelings, attitudes, and behavior patterns that are adapted to the current reality and are not affected by parent prejudices or archaic attitudes left over from childhood. That is what Eric Bird's direct statement. And I was telling, adult is most adapted to the current reality. What is happening now, here and now, and it is not affected by parent prejudices. Parents have lots of set rules, regulations, and all. Sometimes it may be prejudices from their previous experiences and all. And at the same time, the attitudes of the childhood also may not influence this adult egos, principally concerned with autonomous collection of and processing of data and estimation of probability as a basis of action. See what happens now, this adult ego set that is within they will collect or they will have lots of data, they will collect the data, they will process the data, and that part will be giving some probability as a basis of action. So these are the probable actions you can make up. For example, once you are in a company, once you are a company, and you have seniors, colleagues, and juniors, always. Seniors, colleagues, and juniors. And the parent ego state will say lots of things, do's and don'ts about your company. And seniors, you are supposed to be like this. To colleagues, you are supposed to be like this. To juniors, you're supposed to be like this. But child ego state, always try to be free and something like, express their own childhood behaviors within your company relations. But adults usually try to understand here and now. There are some leaders or the seniors, they love to be childish. And the adult will tell you can be more childish towards them. And there are some seniors, they'll be more serious. The adult will say, yeah, you're supposed to manage that person in a serious manner. That person does not like a childish character. More of a parent ego state that person expects. Then these with the colleagues and also with the juniors also, the same kind of interpretation. So same kind of attitudes will come in here on out times that will be controlled by adult. Got it? Adult. That is here and now. It is a source of your lived values. It helps you to accept responsibility for what you are and what you do. Then when we come to the child ego state, the most vulnerable part of the personality contributes in individual's life exactly what actual child can contribute to family life, charm, pleasure, and creativity. Ability to experience joy of living resides in child. The quality of child ego state determines quality of the strength of personality. Nurturing, I'm sorry. The ego state, excuse me for a moment. Just a moment. I'm sorry, my layout had some problems. Yeah, natural child. Natural child, the ego state with which the child is born and continues to be an important aspect of child ego state is chronic, concerned with the satisfaction of basic needs for survival and growth, has extrasensory capacities like intuition and creativity as natural gifts, has a strong desire or possessive instinct to whatever it likes. Likes and dislikes are expressed spontaneously. Enjoy life. Has many hungers to be satisfied. Pleasure seeking self and seat of emotions, aesthetic and humanistic, and self centered. See, the natural child, if the parents are helping to the child to develop in that perspective, everybody has it, and it's a free. Natural child is more free and spontaneous, and the adapted child usually obey parents and display behaviors as designed by parents. That is tamed child. There is a tamed natural child or a compliant child. They will always try to obey whatever parents says, and their expectations to be compliant, to be accepted, to be understood by parents and appreciated by parents. Many behaviors appears like adult behavior to him, as it has his internal parents' approval. See, the compliant child later in life, they will try to get, even though their parent is absent, within ourselves, we have a parent, and always these persons, even in the adult life, they expect an approval from their own internal parent. even when there is no one to control them, they have to get approval from themselves. Child learns etiquette and social norms. Most expressions of emotions and compliances are copied during adaptation process and repeated without adult awareness. Say, our emotions and compliances are copied during our childhood days, and that is during our adaptation process, especially our early childhood years, and repeated without adult awareness. And automatically it will reflect. That is called adaptive child. Then rebellious child. Do not comply with what is told, but distort rebellious behavior, doing just the contrary. Rebelling against whatever is asked or expected of him. Experience difficulty in getting along with authorities, have to endure strained relationships in their adult life. Some turn out to be mischief makers. So this is called a rebellious child. Is it clear? So this is what the structural understanding of human being, and don't think that this is something like something that is present in somebody else, but it is present in everyone. Present in everyone. So just have a look at this diagram again. Parent, and I think even before this, the last one, parent, adult, and child. That's within us. We all have child ego state, adult ego state, and parent ego state simultaneously. Then the adult parent ego state can be divided into critical parent and nurturing parent. And also the child ego state can be divided into again adapted child and free child. If you have a question, you can ask. This is our internal structure, how we structure ourselves. What is happening within ourselves? That is explained in the structural analysis. Any questions? Non-video participants also can ask questions. Yeah, it seems you understood it. Then shall we go for a 5 minutes break? And after break, we will continue. Yeah. Now we are coming to the next concept that is called transactions. I told you the internal working model of a human being is called PSC model, parent, adult, and child model. And can I have at least one video? Lisa, there. Yeah, thank you. I'm sorry. If anyone is there now, you can teach by looking at your face. Others also know. Virendra Kumar have taken excuse and Sunita have taken excuse and others, they are leaving now. It's not a compulsory, don't leave the class. But I expect if you can come on video, we can see face to face and learn. That's all. Okay. So now we are coming to the transactions. As I told you, transaction is between two persons. Okay. And everybody have PSC. Parent, adult, and child. Don't forget PAC. And I have PSC and others also have PSC. That is what this diagram is here. In transactions, there are three major transactions. The first one is called complementary transactions or parallel transactions. Complementary transaction is the one in which the transactions vectors are parallel and the ego state address is the one which respond. That means we are, how can we see? See, we are having ego states. I told you, know, suppose if I'm transacting with the list, I have my own PAC and you have your own PAC. And two examples I have given. Adult to adult complementary transaction. P to C and C to P transaction. For example, if I ask you, how are you? Then you may say, I am fine. If you respond, who are you to ask? That's not a parallel. See, when I tell you something and I expect something directly or parallel, and if you are responding in that manner, that is called parallel transaction. In home, no, we also expect it. And parent to child, if you are telling, we are telling children, the parent will tell, come here. So what is the response you are expecting? I'm coming. I am coming. From that, where that is coming from? Child. So that kind of transactions are called parallel transactions. So sometimes when we may ask, where is my watch? What is the expected response? Watch is here somewhere. You can say it is there on the table, or I haven't seen it. We'll search for it, something like. And whether breakfast is ready, and the answer is yes or no. Yes or no. Shall we go now? That also is it. Can you say some other examples?
If you can ask any question, right? To tell if you're hungry or do you need something to have,
Yeah.
or
And if it is a parallel one, yes, I'm agree.
yes.
Or I don't need anything now, or I need something. So that is how directly we are communicating. That is
Yes.
called parallel trans. One of the advantage of this complementary transactions, there won't be any much issues or problems. And another thing, according to Eric Berne, these transactions are healthy and represent normal human interactions. As Eric Berne says, in games people play, communication will proceed as long as transactions are complementary. Right? If you're having complementary transactions, that is a transaction from expected ego states, it will continue. Okay. Then the next is crossed transaction. Crossed transaction means uh, a crossed transaction is one of ways transactional vectors are not parallel or in which the ego state address is not one which respond. So if adult to adult may be the expectation, the parent to child may be the response. Or likewise, there are many closed transaction vectors may come in. For example, if you are asking something like, Where are we going? What is a parallel one? I'm going to town. What is a closed one?
None of your business. Like that
Right,
response.
right way pointed out. None of your business. None of your business. Actually, that is from a critic. Where are you going? Maybe probably from adult to adult. But critical parent responded. Something like it is none of your business. Critical parent to the child. Nisi, can it say something? Instead of keeping only tears, say something. Some example, Nisi, can you say some examples? Close to transaction.
So what happens if somebody don't tell like a rude answer instead of telling in that they can tell lies also if it's actually going out for some work and they want to tell it as they want to hide it. So what does it come in under that? Which transaction?
That is ulterior transaction. We are coming to that. There is
Oh,
ulterior.
okay.
Ulterior. We are coming to that.
Ulterior, is it?
Ulterior, yeah. Next transaction, we'll come to that. I think Nisi want to tell something. Tell me.
What are the other crossed
Yes. Nisi, you're audible. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir, we
Kumarnath,
can hear you.
Okay, thank you, Because I think some problem with the Liz video.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. So Nisi, are you telling something? Otherwise, I'll continue.
No, sir. No. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, Liz, what do you want to ask?
Sir, I didn't ask. My network went, I think, in between.
Your network. See, I was trying to tell, Crow's face some response that is from unexpected ego state. Unexpected ego state. And mostly we use this close to transactions that if it doesn't like to respond to that particular questions. And that will end in premature conversation. And if somebody is giving you close to transaction, that implies they doesn't like to continue the transactions. And then the last one is ulterior transaction. An ulterior transaction, two messages are conveyed at the same level. One of these is the overt or social level, and the other one is covert or psychological level. Most often, the social level content is adult to adult, and the psychological level message are usually either parent-child or child-parent conversation. I think I'll explain with an example. Suppose um, on fine day morning, is the responsibility of the husband to make the child ready to school. And mom is at kitchen, and the child is about to start getting ready by 7:30. 7:35, a big loud voice comes from the kitchen to the child, are you not getting ready? And immediately, the social message we expect is that is reaching to child. But actually that message to husband. Immediately he get up and he start getting the child ready. So if I say another example, you can come up with your own examples. I thought like for somebody where an audio video now, we can have some dialogue and go on. I don't like this monologue because you may not get anything. The next example, if I say now, once you go to a shop, and immediately you may look at the displayed items, and you check it, and the intelligent salesperson will observe your behavior. What you does, after checking the material, you just go to the price tag, right? And your price tag, once you, if it is an intelligent salesperson, once you view the tag, your facial expression will shows how you feel about it. And you just try to skip it. Immediately the salesperson comes and tell you something like, this is a nice one and it's a new one, but I don't think you can purchase it. I don't think you can purchase it. So what is the message? And your ego will be hurt. No, 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 it is not the case. And definitely you came to that shop to buy for 500 rupees. You may have only 1,500 rupees. That material is for 1,500. Definitely you will purchase it. So what is the message that salesperson was communicating? You are
It's
supposed to buy
point.
it. So can you say some other examples of actual transaction?
Mm, like if at home you make food and then the family members don't like it, so the mothers can say, okay, I think I am not going to make any good food, so then they will end up eating it, even they were not intending to eat, but they may eat. Like, if I make the idli but it is not preferred by everyone, but then I'll say, okay, now I'll not make idli at all. So then then they'll say, okay, let's eat and let's go out. Like, um, am I
That's
correct, sir? Is that an alternative?
yes, yes, yes,
Okay.
yes, yes. That's nice one. That's great. See, many times we may make some ulterior messages and say, I hope you understood these three transactions: parallel, crossed, and ulterior. See, ulterior, in the social level, we may ask couple of some kind of expectations, but sorry, some kind of message, but inwardly we expect some other kind of response. You are not supposed to eat anything, but what we expect, they're supposed to eat. Hitherto, I'm not going to make it. Then, so naturally, what you expect, at least by hearing this, no, my family members has to say these communications. The best one is parallel, both crossed and ulterior. Ulterior in the social level or in the initial days, it may not create problems, but gradually it will be a dysfunctional transaction. Are you clear about it? Okay.
Can
Then
you
we'll move
also
on.
share maybe one more example for a crossed one? Because I think maybe some more examples or something like that which can
Yes,
relate.
surely, sure. That is something like, once you tell your child that, child, come up and study. I don't like to study now. And if you tell your father that I want KFC today, I don't have money to buy it. What the child expect? Yes, we'll do. We'll go. Otherwise, son, today we don't have money. The next day we'll go and purchase it. We'll have it. Today we'll go for idli and sambar. Next time and next week we'll go for that. But immediately, you're not understanding my financial conditions. You're simply asking monthly. That is a cross door. And between a husband and wife, shall we go to my home? Wife will ask, no, I'm not going to take you there. That is a cross door. Parallel one is, yes, we'll go today, or otherwise I'm busy today. You go by yourself, or next day I'll take you. So that is the parallel one. Ulterior
So,
rarely use. Yeah, tell me.
so the intention between crossed and ulterior is to get the things done in a direct way and indirect way.
See, closed, they'll be directly, that is after, mostly after conflict. Closed
After a conflict.
transaction, yeah, closed transaction will happen between the people those are not in good terms. If there is in very good terms, their transaction will be parallel. And if they are not in good terms, closed one. They are not in good terms, but they want to think happen things to done, then they will go for ulterior. Say,
Okay.
if husband and wife are in good terms, immediately the wife will go and tell, yeah, you go and make the children ready. It is already 7:35, isn't it? And she cannot say that. That is why she is shouting
It
at the
drops
child.
the vessel.
Yeah, drop it. Yeah, probably that also.
You said that example, so I said.
Yeah, that's great. Then Umakant, do you have any examples? Look, no, nothing. You are simply listening. I hope you understood, right? Yeah. See, uh, better to have parallel transactions. See, once we observe the transactions of the people, we can easily understand how is their interpersonal relationship. If it is a parallel one. So in church and in society, with your relatives, you can observe it. And also within your family, also you can observe it. If your partner is always giving you close to responses, that implies he is not in peace with you. And if the child is always giving you negative comments, those are ulterior transactions, some kind of sickness is ulterior. Suppose night, wife will ask, tomorrow please be with me. I am on leave. I am on leave. And husband will, no, I have lots of responsibilities of office. I cannot take leave today. The next day morning, we say. We say. And immediately he will tell, he will take leave, and that VC will be over by 10 o'clock. That is also an alternate transaction. There are lots of examples you can come up with. And if you can, now our class will be, next class will be on 28th. By the time, can you please write a set of at least 5 parallel transactions, crossed transactions, and alternate transactions that is happening in your life? Can you do that? It's not a compulsory one. If you does it, it will make sense to you. And come up and we'll just read, and if you can text me, that will be right. You WhatsApp me. Just WhatsApp me the parallel, cross, and ulterior that is happening in your personal life, not from anything else. Your personal life, you just send it. I expect everyone to send, and it's not a compulsory one. So if you can do it, it will give a sense to you. And also you can, once after you write the ulterior and parallel, you can think about the alternate parallel transactions. Then, so shall I say some examples of crossed transactions, and you can simply make it parallel. The pastor says, everybody has to come to the church by 10 a.m. and I expect the full attendance at 10 a.m. And at that time, and I have lots of household chores to finish. My husband is not saved. Then what is the normal counterpart or the parallel counterpart?
I will try to come on time. I'll make sure that I get all my things done before and reach on time.
Yeah, Pastor,
Parallel.
you can have a little more expressive, like, Pastor, no, my husband is not saved, but I'll try my best. I'll try my best.
Oh.
Yeah. So sometimes in an office, you go to submit some application, and somebody says, "Shall I submit?" Go outside and wait. So there is a crossed one. That what is a parallel one?
Parallel. Yeah, you may come in 5 minutes or no. If you want them to come, don't come immediately. You can come in.
Yeah.
You give me some time. I'll
Please,
call you back again.
please wait for 5 minutes. I'll call you back. Right. So likewise, every closed and alternate transaction has its own normal counterpart. Okay. So the next area of our discussion is something like um, life positions. Our early existential decisions are reinforced by verbal and non-verbal messages that we continue to receive and perceive throughout our lives. Bird states that dysfunctional behavior is the result of decisions made in childhood that were the best beliefs is available to the child, then allowing them to survive and adapt to those around them, but then become a limiting life script for later life. We all have our own life positions, and that life positions we use or start during childhood. At that time, it may be a practical and functional one, but in later life, it sometimes it may become dysfunctional. Once a person has decided on life position, that will often remain fixed unless there is considerable effort put into change the underlying beliefs and decisions put in about life. The goal of transaction analysis is psychotherapy is to bring into awareness, explore, challenge, and change an effective life script. This is based on the belief that because we were the original creators of our own script, we have the power to change. And there are four life positions described by TA. Suppose I know, sometimes you may hear about this, when it could offer, the psychologists will offer this. I am okay, you are okay. I am okay, you are not okay. I am not okay, you are okay. And I am not okay, you are also not okay. This is the life positions we may take. And something like I am okay, you are okay means a position is considered the optimal healthy position and is generally gain-free. People occupying this position will hold the belief that all people are innately worthy and valuable. That people are okay is a statement which describes their being or essence rather than their behavior. This position is characterized by an attitude, openness, and of honesty and trust. People occupying this position will be collaborative and accepting of themselves and others. This is sort of the positive position. It is not people are good, people are okay. It's not others are good, but others are okay. There's a good position and okay position. Good position we may appreciate it, but okay position, yeah, okay. Even though they are bad, I'm okay. Regarding it, I'm okay. I'm also not that excellent at good, or I'm also not bad. I'm okay. And you are also okay. A okay position persons, if they relate together, they won't have, they may have disagreements. They may have difference of opinions. They may have lots of disagreements, but still they say, okay. I think I have already tell you about the sex. If I sit here and write sex, and on the other side, you may read it as 9. 9. If I write W here, you may read it as M. And if I write U, you read it as N. See, so that's not our perspectives. So at least we may come into that point in an okay position. See, I do believe this, and it is up to you. And if somebody says that, for example, I do believe in Christianity, and somebody says I hate Christianity. Nowadays, some of the new, something I don't know whether it is a movement or not. Those who are left Christianity and making their voice against Christianity, and they are making lots of fundamental comments against Christianity. And if we are in an okay position, yeah, okay. It is up to you to point your own. You can express your own points. So then we will be like friends. We will never argue each other, fight each other. But this is what I believe. I believe in Christ. And if you say that you are not believing in Christ, it is okay. It's up to you. And I'm a Christian. You are a Muslim. Yeah, I respect you. It's okay to be a Christian. Okay to be a Muslim. And you'll have good friendship. Are you getting my point? Yeah, what should I say? difference of opinions, something like arguments. Some people believe that, some Christians believe that you are supposed to fast and pray. At the same time, some says that you are not supposed to fast and pray. Your Father knows everything, and He will provide everything according to His riches and glory. And these two perspectives are from Bible. And if you try to prove both has its own references. And if you are having an okay position, you respect both, and there will be any fight. Okay. And suppose, and another example is also let me make. In relation to our Christian families, some people believe that you are supposed to start your day at least by 5 o'clock before the songs of chantings that is played in a temple. You are supposed to pray, so you are supposed to get it by at least by 4:30 and pray. But some others believe that today 5 o'clock here, and the same day it is early morning, and some other places of the globe it is evening. So it don't make any sense. So if somebody believes that I'm supposed to pray, I start my prayer, I have to pray before 5 o'clock. It's up to them. We are not supposed to fight each other. Yeah. And those who have a greater knowledge, they say that God does not have time. So at any time you can pray. So it is up to them. I know some of the older people, they still in my church, and uncle and aunt, they get up at 4:30 every day and pray. But I usually start my day by 6 o'clock in the morning. And I pray at that time only. And we will never contradict. I respect, I see, that's great, uncle. And then you continue it. Since they are in the okay position. But they are in the okay position. So they will pass, you are supposed to get up early and pray. And I say, and I go to bed mostly by 1:30. I am not able to get up and pray. They are telling with good intention. But I cannot. Are you getting the point? I am okay, you are okay?
He agreed to disagree.
Yeah, he agreed to disagree. That's great. And mostly okay people, or I am okay, you are okay people will have parallel transaction. Are you getting? I hope we can connect it, right? Then the next one is called I am not okay. I'm sorry. I am okay, you are not okay position. Is occupied by those who project their difficulties onto others. They may be blaming and critical. Transactional games that reinforce this position was self-styled superior. I am okay. Who projects anger, disgust, or disdain into a designated inferior or scapegoat, you are not okay. This position requires that there be someone to be worse than in order to maintain the sense of self-respect. They believe that I'm okay, I'm perfect. Others are always not okay. So they will try to criticize others. Always they will try to correct others. They believe that everything good is within me. Nothing good has to come from outside. That is called I am okay, you are not okay.
Yeah.
Then the next one is I am not okay, you are okay. That means the position is depressive. It is characterized by feeling powerless and lacking in comparison with others. People occupying this position may discount their own needs in favor of others and may experience themselves as victims. Transactional games supporting this position include kick me and martyr, games that support the power of others and deny one's own. Have you got it? I am not okay. Nothing good has to come from within, and every good is outside. Others are good. Others are good. That is called I am not okay, you are okay. And the last position is called I am okay, not okay, you are also not okay. Nothing good in me, nothing good in you. And this is a life position of hopelessness, futility, and frustration. From this position, it seems.
So this is also parallel transaction, right?
I'll come to that. And let me read it first and then I'll explain. And interestingly, hopeless. This may result in self-destructive well-being. The challenge of TA is to become aware of how we are attempting to make our life real through our basic life positions and, if necessary, create a healthy alternative. See, what is happening here? Always they will have an apathy or negative attitude. They are parallel but dysfunctional parallel. We say it is parallel, but destructive parallel. They may say, yeah, nothing good is going to come from me. Yes, from me also nothing. So what? I will kill you and you kill me and we'll die together. And these people know they will be abusing each other, irritating each other. And most of them, either some of these people may end up in suicide or homicide. Suicide or homicide. They kill others and also they kill themselves also. This is how this okay coral works. Clear? Any questions? Okay coral? Let me show the okay coral like I am okay, you are okay. I am not okay, I am okay, you are not okay. I am not okay, you are okay, and I am not okay, you are not okay. And you please check for yourself which position you are. Don't tell me, please text me. If you love it, please text me. And if I am okay, you are okay position, that's great. Intentionally, we love to be like that, but practically speaking, many times we may, vacillate between different ego states. And at least you are not supposed to have that I am not okay, you are not okay position. And a child who is born, can somebody say, a child who is born will be in which ego state?
So can you repeat? If child is born?
A newborn child or early years of childhood, which ego state the child will be?
No,
You can guess it.
sir, I'm not okay. You're okay.
That's great. Excellent. Yeah, I'm not okay. Everything good will come from my parents. Later during adolescence,
Adolescence. I'm okay. You are not
you are
okay.
not
No,
okay.
no.
You are not okay. You know anything. You know nothing. You are of the previous generation. We are sigma. So we are alpha generations now. And you,
Millennials.
eh?
We are millennials.
Yeah, you are millennials. See, you don't understand why what is happening now. And see, and later in life, maybe probably after adolescence, either of these four positions can come. So gradually, I am not okay, you are okay position, then comes I am okay, you are not okay position. Then it has to reach I am okay, you are okay position. But sometimes because of life experiences and all, they may not reach to that position. A healthy position is I am okay, you are okay. It doesn't mean that we are agreeing. As Liz was telling, agree to disagree. It doesn't mean that we are appreciating, we are approving other. Sometimes, a homosexual comes to you and talk to you. And if you're not considering they're okay, you cannot talk at all. Because we are counselors. We are counselors. And whenever somebody out of your ethos, personal value system, if you want to talk to them, if you want to have a parallel conversation with them, you're supposed to have an attitude of I am okay, you're okay position. Then comes the next point, that is contamination. We go back to the structural analysis. In that, I told you parent, adult, and child. Then a contamination means sometimes parent contaminate to adult. I told you adult is always here and now. Sometimes parent contaminate adult. That means adults' decisions and here and now will be influenced more by parent. That is called contamination. Have you got it? Usually, normally, adult will never be prejudiced or influenced by parent or child. But in this situation, parents, the adult decision will be contaminated by parent. Then sometimes child will contaminate. child contamination. And that is actually something like adult decisions will be influenced by the child. And there is another position, double contamination. Both parent and child contaminate. And those people will be mostly manic or psychic people. They don't know what to do. There will be pressure from both sides. And the adult may not able to discern what to do. They will be stressed and pressurized. That is called contamination. Okay. So the adult contamination, the parent contaminated people will be more of their values, ethos, do's and don'ts and all. But the child contaminated person will be more of free child or free and childish like character. Then the next concept is an exclusion. Exclusion means I'm sorry, I haven't got the picture for you. That is excluding parent or excluding child. That is called a parent exclusion and child exclusion. And if the parent is excluded, what will happen to the adult? 100% controlled by child. And always the person will be childish. And if the child is excluded, then always that person will be like an old person, even at the age of 10 or 5 or 6, always controlled by parent. Actually, I was a person who was brought up as an exclusion till my age 25. Yes, till age 25, I never smile. I never smile. I never enjoy. Even if somebody crack a joke, I won't smile much. I was a person who was excluded this and also parent contaminated, 100% the contamination. You know what I have received out of it? Sam is an obedient, disciplined child. Is an ideal Christian. And that ideal actually killed my child. And in order to continue the same, I'll be like that. Going to church, sitting in front, reading the verses, and clapping hands, worshiping the Lord. And no, what should I say? Childish behavior. I will never go out and play. Simply obedient, always obedient parents. And once I got appreciations, I thought this is great. But actually, I killed my child. I understood that when I studied DCPC counseling course, then I shifted. Now I enjoy a lot. And I smile a lot, I don't know whether I have told you or not. When I was in seminary, I have got the nickname Pharaoh. And you can imagine how arrogant I was, how rude I was. I never smiled. I never smiled. And all the smiles I kept that time. Now I smiling a lot. I enjoy a lot. So that is the awareness I have received. So now you can think about whether you have
So
exclusion.
what will be the opposite of what you were? Like if somebody is like very carefree and doesn't want to be, like be like a
That is parent exclusion.
exclusion.
Parent exclusion or child contamination. Child
So
is
it's
being
not like
contaminated.
rebellion, but it's like, they're more of they don't care what others think about them, or
Yeah,
they like to be childish and they just have to
they
show a
exclude
very
parent.
uh,
They exclude
so
parent.
okay.
Yeah. I
Parent
hope this theory,
exclusion.
yeah. I hope this theory makes sense, right? I love this
Yes.
theory.
Yes.
And a few concepts are there. I hope in the next class, I'll be explaining those concepts and then we'll move to a couple of practicals. And as usual, let me tell you, in my next class will be on 28th. Try to be on video.
Yes.
That will help me to give you more insights in therapy. So any questions if you want, you can ask. So far we have discussed about what is TA. Then in TA we have mainly discussed about our personal insight or intra-psychic structure, that is parent, adult and child. And that we have discussed the critical parent, nurturing parent, then child, adopted child, free child, and at the end we have discussed about contamination and exclusion. Then we discussed about transactions, complementary transactions, closed transactions, and alternate transactions, and finally we discussed about this okay, Coral, I am okay, you are okay, I am not okay, you are not, okay, I am okay, you are not okay, then I am not okay, you are not okay. I hope it's clear.
Yes,
Any
sir.
questions?
No, sir.
No.
Not from my side.
Yeah, so all the best. See you next class.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Actually, it
Bye-bye.
was really interactive. So it was a tough last year also, means previous year when I studied. It was a little confusing, but you made it very interesting, and actually I got the concepts better
Thank
by this
you.
time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Actually,
Thank you for your efforts, sir.
I always take the things from a practical perspective. I may
Yeah.
not teach the theory. I know the theory core. Actually,
Yeah.
I'm teaching very less, probably 1/10th of TA, but you will practically understand. I
Yes.
always approach psychology theories from a clinical perspective,
Okay.
not from the theory proper perspective. Theory proper will be boring.
Yes,
Theory
sir.
proper will be boring. And if you are interested, no, I'll discuss, but it will be really boring. You cannot apply it in your practical
Practical.
setting.
Yes.
But now I'm so happy that you understood well. And a
Yeah.
couple of concepts also you're supposed to learn.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Sir, thank you.
Okay, then
Thank
see you
you.
on Sunday. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Have a
Bye,
good
sir.
with you. Bye bye.